really, really fast. Why?
I don't know. Let me interview you. I'll ask you the same kind of questions I asked a number of my readers.
Okay, but before that, can you tell me a time sequence? You said it could happen within the next few days or in the next, few weeks or few months, you said?
Well, whatever has happened or is happening has either happened or is about to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I found it. Oh, no. Yes, I did, but I have to find them.
Okay. Okay.
No, I didn't.
Now,
darn it.
Is this the first time that you...
I found it.
Well, can I finish something first?
Yes, you may.
Is this the first time that you and Cliff have reached this decision to make this movement? Because you and I have talked about it before, George, and you didn't run away from California. I do know you moved back to Texas, but only because the first job or something was finished at the time. Is this the first time you guys have felt the need to literally get out of the way?
It is, and I'm not running away from Los Angeles because I'm not sure where what's bad's going to happen, if anything. But it's a hell of a coincidence. Let me tell you the capper on all of this. Of those 140 emails I got, right? I got a letter from a lady who wrote that we too, she and her husband, believe something big is going to happen. What that is remains to be seen, but I must relate what we both experienced. Last year, my husband was at our store, and he heard his mother call him. Now, his mother has been dead for quite some time. My husband looked around. He was startled, didn't see anybody. He brushed it off. He again heard her voice, and this time it was quite stern, and the tone she used was the same as when he was little. And what she said is, "It's coming soon." He didn't know what that means. Well, several months ago, I myself was driving home from work when I saw my father's face in my head. And he said, "Get ready." Like my husband, I too shrugged it off, but I definitely heard, "Get ready."
Now, this was a year ago they had this?
Yeah, this is actually a couple of months ago for her and a year ago for the husband.
Oh my goodness.
And then she said, when I saw your website today and how people are writing in to say they are getting ready, it was like confirmation to me that what I heard was not a figment, it was genuine. My husband started cleaning up the basement, a job we've put off for some time. I guess we all just need to do whatever we feel we have to in order to feel like we're prepared. We have a go bag ready in case we have to leave our home.
When they say, or when you hear it, when other people hear, "get ready," what do you think that means?
Well, I'm just looking at this as a scientist.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure anything's going to happen. Well, let me hedge that a little bit.
You bet.
Okay. Cliff has got some genius technology over at halfpasthuman.com.
Right. Yep.
And it's been close enough to write on major headlines before the fact that I cannot completely ignore them.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, putting that aside, it is incredibly interesting that after 3 months on this pile of paper that's been sitting on my desk since the 10th of February, and in the case of Cliff's van, it's been sitting in his driveway needing repair for about 6 months, but he's off driving his Isuzu Trooper, which runs. Yeah. So he didn't know what compelled him to fix the van, fix 2 generators, charge the solar panels, and so forth. Jeez. And we both remarked, gee, isn't this particularly strange? And then that's what prompted the question. Then I get responses. From people who are saying, yeah, I felt like I needed to get my will done last week, out of the blue. And there's that phrase that showed up in the processing. out of the blue. And so there's something very curious going on, or if not curious, Alex, darn strange. Maybe it's purely all coincidence, and it's 6 degrees of separation come to life because of the internet, or, and here's the or as the lady who heard from her dead father, and the husband who heard from the dead mother,
right.
It's coming soon. Get ready.
Boy, I got to tell you, that's freaky. Because
Oh yeah, I mean it's kind of interesting, isn't it?
Well,
and now there are things going on like this earthquake off in off the Azores today.
Right.
I'm doing a piece for this weekend that is fascinating for Peoplenomics, my Inside Report series, peoplenomics.com.
Yeah.
It's really, really interesting because I found myself doing research this week about how the economy runs in 50 to 75 year long wave cycles, something I've just always been intrigued by. And I am fascinated that we had a major economic panic in the U.S. in 1837 and again in 1857. And what's so fascinating about that is there was exactly, or just about exactly, a 20-year separation between major financial panics. Well, we're coming up in 2007 on the 20-year anniversary of the market break in 1987. And there's nothing saying the cycle cannot run faster or slower. So,
do you think?
Further, if you look at Elliott wave theory and you look at the bursting of the internet bubble that characterized the end of the bull market, March of 2000, and the subsequent decline, the decline was marked and blamed on whom? Osama bin Laden. And interestingly, if one believes that the country from a long-wave economic perspective was ready to enter a depression based on a huge overexpansion of debt, and believe me, I can get into some depth about the overexpansion of debt, the zero down, zero principal mortgages that are putting people who should be renting cheap houses into $500,000 homes here in California. So the people's economist looks at all of this and goes, "Well, damn, that's kind of interesting."
Right.
Do
you feel though, George, that the warning that the other two people have, the warnings that you have gotten, Cliff has gotten, and so many other people, are just economic, or is it something more not sinister but more dangerous in it, like an Earth event?
Ask me on August 1st when I come back on your show and go, well, nothing happened. And then we can talk about how it was all an interesting media-driven meme. A meme being a brain or thinking version of a virus.
Okay, I can follow that. But what do you think it means? Is it something which is more of a earth-shattering event, or just something like we're saying, Well,
wait. Hold it.
Okay.
A global derivatives meltdown which puts the whole world into a depression. A bursting of the housing bubble that collapses the derivatives empire which puts the whole world in a depression. A major earth shift or plate movement which either washes away the eastern United States or causes huge devastation. And remember, we have the wiping out of two cities this year and 13 million refugees. And
at least that many. Yeah, because Jim McCanny, as a scientist, he thinks the number could be closer to 10 million.
No, 13 is bigger than 10.
10 million, or did you say 13 million?
I said 13 million.
Oh, you did say that. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, all right.
So no, I wouldn't argue with Jim at all.
Yeah.
I think Jim's work over at McCannyscience.com is brilliant stuff.
It sure is.
And not only that, but I'm sure you've had him on talking about the high energy particles arriving on Earth.
Oh, yeah.
And I expect that we will see this summer the worst hurricane season in modern memory. That's just my expectation. I mean, you got the Gulf Stream slowing down.
Yep.
You've got extraordinarily high levels of activity of the sun, and you've got the sunspot cycle might as well have ended because nobody knows what it's going to do next.
Jeez. Okay,
but that's okay.
Well, but
that's okay because the whole point of the paper this weekend was if you're a skeptic about 911. You ain't seen nothing yet because if the economy starts heading south and takes out 9250 or so, what that means is if in fact government has a plan to divert our attention and use our diverted attention to whip us up into war fever to invade, take your pick of Iran, North Korea, Syria, wherever, then as soon as the Dow starts looking like it's going to take out 9250, then I would look for a new scapegoat or, God forbid, a nuclear or biological attack on a major American city. And that's where I get back to the question, was it really Osama? Because we often magnify events in America completely out of rational proportionality.
Sure.
Did you see the crap on TV this week about the runaway bride story in Georgia?
I don't have TV.
Oh,
don't watch it.
Thank your lucky stars.
So, well,
we have Fox this week going on and on for at least a half hour, doing a live press conference with the district attorney in someplace in Georgia. I think it was like Atlanta, where the runaway bride is being charged with one felony, blah 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 blah. And I sit back and I am just stunned. Not that Fox would cover it because it is a news story worth 2 lines, but where's the coverage of the Bilderberger meeting this week?
Yeah, and you heard some of the things they want to do.
You mean the global tax with nobody approving it?
That's right.
No, I hadn't heard about that.
Oh, well, geez, George, you ought to just make stuff up then as we go. Yeah, I mean, isn't that interesting? They will come up. It's almost like, and this is why I'm so glad we don't have TV, it's almost like the inane shows. They have all these reality shows. I mean, just the stupidest damn things I've ever heard of before. And they're the biggest thing in the news.
Yeah, we don't watch. We do watch TV. I watch a little bit of Fox and MSNBC, just kind of to get a flavor of what's making headlines.
Yeah.
But more importantly than that, I watch to see how far dumbed down the American public has become. We have this piece of paper. We have a couple of neat pieces of paper. One of them is called Constitution, and one of them is Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
And we have, Fourth Amendment, free press kind of stuff.